I was thinking about how depressing it is being a music producer, even one that's had success. I've worked with Baby Keem, Travis Scott, Kehlani, Super Duper Kyle, a lot of people. And I still feel like a fucking scrub, bro. It's so depressing because you're so dependent on other people in order for you to like have motion. You know what I mean? It's like no matter how many beats you're making, you can make 10 beats a day for 300 days in a row. And like, if somebody doesn't release one of the songs, then it doesn't mean anything. And even if they record to it, you'd be like, oh yeah, I got a song with Don Toliver, I got a song with so-and-so. They can record a million songs. If they don't ever drop them, and then when they drop them, they don't use it as a single. And if the single doesn't do numbers, then it's just like, it's pointless. Yeah, being a producer is super depressing. But if you're a music producer, just keep going, I guess.
You see, videos like this really like upset me, man. It was so many interesting points in that video. First off, before I get into my little rant or my little words of encouragement or wisdom, shout out to Brick. I'm a fan of his work, with Super Duper Kyle, fan of his work with Baby Keem, fan of his work with Travis Scott. So therefore, any of the things I say in this video, I do not mean any harm. But I did want to review this video and kind of like react to this video to bring some insight and advice to younger producers. This video is the reason why I cannot stand 90 to 99% of people in the music industry, because here's this guy who built an artist by the name of Super Duper Kyle, was a part of his pivotal career from the jump, built up Super Duper Kyle, got into the industry, got more successful placements, and now he's making a video talking about being a depressed, let me make sure. He's making a video about why being a 10 times platinum music producer sucks. And so it's like when I listen to the video and I'm hearing the reasons as to why it sucks, it goes back to my last video. You have to create a system. Hey, welcome back, brother. This is also why I'm starting to talk about more of my journey and talk about more of the things that I'm currently getting into. The reason why I'm choosing to go the route I'm going is literally because of this video. Being a producer does suck, but it only sucks when you're waiting on other people and you're worrying about things you cannot control. If you want to be somebody that's getting placements with artists that are signed to the label, if you're somebody that wants to work with anybody a part of the label infrastructure, you got to understand those people don't even control when their songs come out. Those people don't even control their own careers. Those people don't even control their music down to the sound. Some people do if they're lucky enough. Hey, what's going on, brother? Back to the office, right? Yeah. I got you. If it's one thing that I've learned being in LA for like 4 or 5 years, create things that you can control. Put your energy and efforts into things that you can control. Do you guys know how many platinum producers I know? Some with publishing deals, some without publishing deals, but it's like they're kind of all in the same boat. You have the ones with publishing deals. Yeah, they got a publishing deal. Their rent is paid for a year, but it's not like you have any extra money to eat. It's not like you have any extra money to go and enjoy your life. It's not like you have any extra money to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I said label, the fruits of your labor. You're just getting this big old advance, AKA a loan, and you're living off of this loan in hopes of paying it back by getting placements. And what's crazy is I always tell people they think that they have to get placements to get a publishing deal. It's not about placements, even though it is about placements. But more importantly, it's about your catalog. And your catalog is what you can control. And one thing you guys should not underestimate, just because your beats don't have artists on them does not mean that they're not worth anything. That's another thing that goes into another point for the producers that I know that aren't signed to publishing deals. Why don't you have a side business? Why aren't you leasing your beats? It's like everyone feels like they need this label system to be successful. Talking about being a 10-time platinum producer sucks. Yeah, it sucks for you because you haven't built anything you can control. I think I saw another video on his page where he was talking about something about needing 177 million streams to make $100,000.
You want to know how I made $100,000 off of streaming my music? I'm going to tell you how. I had to get 177 million streams on a song that I produced. Have you ever produced a song with 177 million streams? I highly doubt it. I'm going to break the math down to you right now. For every million streams you get on Spotify, it equals about $6,000. 800 of those dollars is the publishing. 5,200 of those dollars is the master, the alleged master, the master that Jay-Z talks about. Own your masters. Nipsey Hussle, own your masters. They say that for a reason. If you are a producer and you produced for an artist who is signed to a label, that label owns the masters. Okay, yay, you got your fucking song with Lil Baby or whatever the fuck. Lil Baby is signed to a label. That label is going to take the master. You will be lucky to get 3% of that master. 3% of $5,400 is $162. Okay, now follow me. Remember the other $800? This is off of a 1 million stream, right? For every million stream, you're going to get the $400, which is half of the publishing, saying that you're breaking it in half with the artist, say that there's no co-producers on your song either. 50% of your publishing. 50% of that $800 is $400. Plus your little 3% of the master is $162. That's $562. So to make $100,000 off of that song, you are going to have to get 177 million streams on the song. Meanwhile, label made $1 million. They made $1 million. The song generated $1.1 million at that point. And you got $100,000 and you made half the fucking song.
If you're your average music producer, you're gonna look at that and be like, how can I ever get a song with 177 million streams? Even though it is possible, but it's like the likelihood of that happening, like that takes a lot. Takes money, takes the right situation, the right circumstances. Like it's literally kind of like money and luck. But there's something that people don't talk about. You can still get 177 million streams. It just may not be off of one song, maybe off of 10 songs, maybe off of 15, maybe off of 100, maybe off of 1,000. One thing you have the ability to control is your output. The next thing you have the ability to control is the system at which the output goes into. It's like when I'm looking at Super Duper Brick, right? And he's sitting there saying, being a 10 times platinum music producer sucks. But he's sitting on his staircase with his face out, sitting in the sun, basking in the LA weather while I'm sitting here at work. It's like, dude, count your blessings. Dude, look around you. There's opportunity all around. Maybe it's time for you to pivot. Like what's crazy is like, you know, I love music. Music is my passion. But one thing I don't want to always do is have to overtly do a lot to make a lot of money from my passion. Most people have this ideal in their mind, like, I'll never make $100,000 or $1 million as a music producer because music doesn't get streams. Well, change how you look at it. How many songs are part of that catalog on that Spotify profile? You get what I'm saying? What is the catalog doing overall? It's like if you look at one of my videos, I have 1,000 views, which the average person is gonna be like, oh, that's not making any money. But then when you look at the entire catalog, 520 something songs, I just hit 1 million views. Like that's 1 million total views across one channel. That's income. I just made $1,000 total over the past, I think like 4 or 5 months. And that's from YouTube AdSense alone. You get what I'm saying? So it's about how you look at it, bro. Man, most of y'all not gonna make it, bro, because y'all refuse to do things that you don't want to do, because you want to do what everybody wants to do. You want to be the guy who gets placements with Drake and Kendrick instead of trying to find your own Drake and Kendrick. Y'all want the hit song instead of putting in work, making over 10,000 songs to get to that hit song. I don't want to hear nothing about no producer not making no money. Bro, y'all have B-stars. Get out your ego. Get out your pride. Like, quit being prideful. Oh, I can't have a B-store because what if I get judged? Or what if I have beats on my YouTube and the label artist doesn't want the beat because it's been on YouTube already? Who cares? Like, being a 10 times platinum producer that work with Baby Keem, Travis Scott is depressing. And I bet you your bills are paid. That's what I'm talking about. Find y'all people who y'all build with those people. That's one thing I'm literally doing right now, bro. Trying to create a way to help new artists put themselves in the forefront of the music industry instead of regurgitating the same cycle of chasing the same artists that have been lit over the course of 2 decades. Like if you're just a person that's waking up like, oh, today I'm gonna make a hit, go find an artist, give them a hit, and they're gonna put out a single and I'm gonna be rich. If you're thinking like that, of course I see why you're frustrated. Of course I see why you're depressed. I don't think like that, bro. If I get a hit one day, thank you, Jesus. But I'm not sitting here depending on a hit. I'm not depending on a hit to help me quit my job, bro. I'm not depending on a publishing deal to help me quit my job. You know what I'm depending on? Hard work and developing systems that will bring me income. I challenge everyone on this YouTube video today. Go make you a YouTube type beat channel account. Find you a niche of the type of beats you make. Put out 2 beats every day on YouTube. 2 beats every day. Do that consistently. If it's one thing I'm happy about, I'm glad I don't have the most placements. I'm glad I'm not the most successful yet. Being deprived, it taught me to be hungry. It taught me to go learn. It taught me like the continuity of things and how to put it together. I spent 5 years throwing paint at the wall, just failing, just to learn.